oldest which is not controlled by the state TV channel. You are watching the Central News on Megatem. The main news of this day are: Novorossiya completed the check for possible new Nazi revolutions of Bandar, White Beden, and Zelensky nostalgists. The checks were completed after 2 years of peaceful existence of Novorossiya in the Ukrainian Soviet Republic. Putin wanted to see the reunification of Ukraine except for the territories occupied by Greece, Tyras, and Hersnessos. Novorossiya declared self-destruction. What are Trump's plans for CISA after the fall of Stalinism in the Soviet Union? Trump is planning to dissolve the theocratic countries Syria, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and will attack Soros, Prime Minister of Israel, because he is attacking Palestinian pagan citizens. But there is a problem. The Soviets want also to control the Middle East, to control the Mediterranean Sea, and to liberate Syria from the jihadists that overthrew Assad with the help of Walter White. During the last day of his presidency, at the end of 2024, the Soviet Union also wants to declare war on the Taliban because they don't want to recognize women's rights. Trump wants to make Israel and Iran to be next states of the communist independent states of America. The Novorossiyan SSR declared self-destruction after the checks for possible anti-communist revolutions in Ukraine. The Ukrainian SSR almost reunified, but some of its lands are controlled by Greek Ukraine. Because many Ukrainian archaeologists found some ruins of ancient Greek cities on Novorossiyan lands, Yanukovych and Putin reacted to this event negatively because they didn't believe that the ancient Greeks colonized a lot of Ukrainian lands during the ancient times. But Alexandros Aristovich, who is a Hellenized Ukrainian, forced Yanukovych to recognize the rising Greek minority in Ukraine and to make the Greek-Ukrainian dream control southern and eastern Ukraine with the Ukrainian SSR. Meanwhile, Luhansk and Kharkiv fully reunified with the Ukrainian SSR. The leaders of the Soviet republics attacked Greek Ukraine because the Greek Ukrainians demanded control of the southern Ukrainian SSR with the Ukrainian SSR. They even referred to the ancient ruins of ancient Greek cities under Soviet control as ancient Slavic cities.
Греко-украинский капиталистический империализм не может победить нас и заставить нас отказаться от чужих земель, которые в древности даже не принадлежали Древней Греции. Древние руины городов, которые выдаются за древнегреческие города, были древними славянскими городами. Эти руины показывают нам, что наша славянская раса старше, чем мы думали. Скифы были первыми украинцами.
The Prime Minister of Greek Ukraine forced Putin to create a referendum in the southern regions of the Ukrainian SSR to prove that the Greek Ukrainians of these regions wanted to have dual control.
Ο κύριε Πούτιν, ο Ελληνοκράνικος δήμωσε παρακαλεί πάυσε τα ψεύδη σου, αλλά έχει να επιτέθητη Ελλάδη. Ο Ελληνοκράνη της Νότου Ουκρανικής Σοβιετικής Σοσιαλιστικής Δημοκράτιας βουλοντάει δίπλων ελέγχων της Ελληνικής Ουκρανίας μετά της Σοβιετικής Ουκρανίας. Ο κέσμεν ούτε κεφαλαιούσικοι ούτε ηγεμονιστάι. Ο σκήθαι Πέρσικης ήσαν γενναίας καήμας εδεξάντο εις τας χώρας αυτών εν τη αρχαιότε. Ο πρώτοι Σλαβόοι, κατά χάρτην τίνα του 5ου αιώνος προ Χριστού, εν την ιν Πολώνια ήσαν. Σε παρακαλούμεν, πόησαν hun μίαν ψηφοφορίαν.
Putin has not yet responded, so we continue our news program. Trump ended Stalinism on Enceladus because of my offer to bring democratic communism to this moon of Kronos. But what will he attack after the end of Stalin's leadership?
Mr. President of CISA, I, Georgy Boshenko, what is your new target after the end of Stalinism on Enceladus?
I want to prove that I am a communist and not an anti-communist to the people by attacking theocratic regimes in West Asia. Theocracy only works in Islamic countries and does not work anywhere else. When a country's ideology is theocracy, the inhabitants are forced to believe in the God who rules the country. They cannot express expressions of hatred or opposition in these countries. They are forced to follow the customs and traditions of the religion. Women in these countries are forced to wear guras and are not allowed to go to school, go out on their own or work. These states' leaders are priests sent by the supposed God they believe in. These lies end this year. I attack theocrats because attacking theocracy is proof that I am a former capitalist turned communist. I read Orwell's books, and Marx didn't say he didn't want people to stop believing in religions. He attacked theocrats. When Marx was living his first life in Europe, Europe was filled with Christian theocratic countries.
But Stalin attacked Christians and bombed churches.
That's why I am saying that Stalinism is far communism. Stalin probably didn't read Marx well. Marx didn't tell the people to destroy temples or attack believers. I'm not forgiving Stalinists for what they did. They did only one good thing, to save the world from Hitler. We can't go back to the years when Stalin governed the USSR to force him to change his mind about believers. We don't even want to go back to the bad times of America, when it was a capitalist imperialist nation.
What are these theocratic countries that you will attack?
You forgot to say the Soviet Union also wants to save these countries from theocracy. They are Syria, Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Afghanistan. And because I don't want the Palestinian pagan citizens to suffer under the control of Sauron AU, I will help them by conquering Canaan. We will build many pagan and Christian churches in Saudi Arabia to troll the Islamists and disrupt their constitution. Regarding other religions, they will try to tear them down, but there will be many temples. And they will be forced to change their constitution or be dissolved.
Okay. But now I have just one question to ask. Why does CISA have so many pagan churches? And why are you funding the Greek pagan church of CISA to build temples and not the Christian church of CISA?
Of course I do. I am funding even the Muslims. Don't forget that the official religion of the world is Hellenism because we have found evidence that God Zeus is real.
Thank you very much for the interview, Mr. President.
You're welcome.
The Soviet Union's leader is already in the Red House to speak with Trump about the situation of the West Asian countries.
Privet, Medvedev, Yared, Kututayos Lisho, Kudomaikodum spaste 80 strani от олигархии. Какова твоя цель?
Я хочу спасти Сирию, потому что Сирия при Асаде была союзником СССР, а Асад был жестоко заменен сторонниками Уолтера Уайта. Также я хочу, чтобы Афганистан тоже стал Советской Республикой.
Будет ли вы защищать палестинских товарищей?
Конечно, я буду.
This is a part of their meeting. If you want to watch the meeting, watch the Parliament channel. Good night, comrades, and our next news will be at midnight.